Hi everyone. So previously we were done with the linked list based algorithms. Yeah. So today what we'll be doing, we will be continuing with the string based algorithms. Yeah, mainly strings actually. First, what we'll do, we'll be going with a string hashing algorithm. Let's see what the definition part says here first. Yep. So string hashing, what it does, it converts the string into numeric value. First of all, simple thing. Just listen to this. String hashing converts the string into the numeric value using what? Using a mathematical formula. Yep, using the mathematical formula so that string comparisons can be done efficiently. So we'll be making use of the mathematical formula, right? It will convert the string into the numerical value using the mathematical formula so that string comparisons can be done efficiently. It is mainly used to compare the substrings in because one time after pre-processing. It is mainly used to compare substrings in because one time after pre-processing. Yep, after pre-processing. This word is very important. Yeah. So this is it for the definition part. Let's move on with the main part, nothing but the algorithm explanation, right? So first what we will be doing, so listen to this carefully. So we will be given the number of strings actually, we'll be having the number of strings actually, or a string which consists of the character, right? Different characters, right? So within the string. So each character will be mapped to the number, right? Suppose if we are considering this one, A, B, C, will be mapping 1, 2, 3 respectively and goes on, right? So then we will be going with a base P actually. Base P nothing but the usually a prime like 31 is chosen, right? In our case, let's go with a 31 itself. In our case, let's go with a 31 itself. Yeah. A base P, usually a prime like 31 will be chosen. Yep. First, what we will do, each character in the string, we will be mapping that to the particular number 1, 2, 3 respectively. It's if it start from A, B, C, we'll be mapping that one to the 1, 2, 3 respectively. That we'll be doing. Next, hash this one, a base P, right? Base P usually will be considering the prime value. In our case, let's consider 31 itself, right? There is nowhere written that we have to consider the prime like 31. So we can just go with a, usually we'll be going with a larger prime. So in our case, let's consider 31 itself. Yep. The hash of string is computed as this formula actually. See, s of 0 into p to the power of 0 plus s of 1 into p to the power of 1 plus s of 2 into p to the power of 2 actually plus this goes on actually. Prefix hashes. So this is the formula that we'll be making use of, right? The hash of a string will be computed as, so whatever the example that we'll be making use of, so we'll be applying this formula itself. Yep. Now the next step, prefix hashes are stored so substring hashes can be computed quickly. So we will be storing the prefix hashes so that the substring hashes can be calculated quickly, right? So that is the reason we'll be storing the prefix hashes, right? So this is one thing. And final one is two substrings are equal if their hashes are equal, right? So if we get the same hash value actually, if we get the same hash value, then we say that two substrings are equal. Two substrings are equal because we are going with a one prime number, right? So one big prime number will be making use of. In our case, we'll be going with a 31 itself. Yeah. Two substrings are equal if their hashes are equal, right? So with very high probability, with very high probability. Yeah. Let's do one thing. Yeah, let's try to implement the same thing, exact same thing. I insist you to pause the video and have a look into it first. Yep. So we have discussed this one. I insist you to pause the video and have a look into it. So what we will be doing now, exactly same thing we'll be articulating in the form of code. So we will consider this example. See, we'll be computing the hash of the string ABC. We'll be calculating the hash of a string ABC. That's what we will be doing, right? So this is just this one. It's related to the input output buffer data as well as the print writer, right? So within the main method, let's continue with the main part. Let's continue with the main part actually. So first, what shall we do? Let's consider the input string. Yeah, the same example. Yep, I'll just go with the string s here equals ABC. The same thing. Let me copy this one and let me paste it over here within the string. Right. So this is fine. Yep. Within the strings we have the characters ABC. We'll be hashing for that. Yep. So this is the input string. Then we will be going with the length of the string. Right. So we'll be making use of the length of the string everywhere. So let me assign this one to any variable. I'll just assign this one to n actually. Let me go with s dot length. So this is fine, I believe. Next, what we will be doing. So we will be going with a base prime number. We will be going with a base prime number. In our case, as I have said, we'll be going with one long prime number usually. So I'll just go with a 31. Yeah, in our case, we'll be going with the 31. Let me assign this one to the 31. Yep. So this is nothing but the base prime number. This is nothing but the base prime number. Next, so let's go with a prime modulo, right? So let's go with a large prime modulo. In our case, let's go with a long actually. Yep. So as we are going with a large prime modulo, so let me go with a variable mod and let me assign this one to the, let's consider 10 to the power of 9 plus 7. Yeah, 10 to the power of 9 plus 7. So 1 followed by 8 zeros actually and 7. 10 to the power of 9 plus 7 we are going with, right? So yeah, 1 followed by 8 zeros plus 7. So this is fine. Next, after considering the base prime number as well as the large prime modulo, so next what we'll be doing, let's go with the final hash value as well as the p to the power of I value. If you remember the formula, see here, s to the power of 0 plus p to the power of 0. So p to the power of 1, p to the power of 2. So this is nothing but iterated value we get. So this one s of 0, s of 1 is nothing but a, b, c we will get. And we have to go with the p to the power of 0, p to the power of 1, that one as well, right? Nothing but p to the power of this one 0 1 is nothing but p to the power of I. The same thing, s of 0, right? P to the power of 0 is nothing but the same thing. S of 1, this one, this is nothing but the value of I actually. This is nothing but the value of I. These two things let's consider. Let's go with the final hash value as well as p to the power of I value. So I'll just go with hash as well as let me go with the power. Yep, power. So this is fine. Next, what we'll be doing, so we have went with a hash value as well as p to the power of I value. Next, let's go with a for loop. For loop meaning, so we have to traverse each character, right? So within the for loop, for that itself, we are writing the for loop actually. So I'll just go with I equals 0, I less than, we have assigned this one to the end, right? So this is fine. Let me increment the I. So within the for loop, the first thing we have to map the character to the number, nothing but a equals 0, b equals 1. The first step, the this one actually, yeah. Each character will be, so we discussed that each character we will be mapping to the particular number, right? So that one we will be doing within the for loop, right? So as we are traversing through the each character that is present in the string actually, the next step within the for loop will be mapping the character to number, right? So that we can just do in this way. See, in value equals, I'll just go with s dot, let me make use of the caret here. Within the caret, let me pass the I, right? I hyphen a, hyphen a. Usually we go with, we go in this way itself, right? For mapping. So hyphen a plus 1. Let's go with a plus 1 as index string starts from the 0. This is fine. Next, let's add the current character contribution. Yep, let's add the current character contribution. We can do that in this way. Let me assign the hash to hash plus value into power, into power. So this is fine. Modulo mod actually, modulo mod. Yep. So this is nothing but we are adding the current character contribution. After adding the current character contribution, we have to increase the power of p. See here, increasing the power of p here. We have to go step by step. P to the power of 0, next p to the power of 1, p to the power of 2, and goes on, right? Based on the number of characters that is present in the string actually. Yeah, that we have to do. So let me do one thing. Let me assign the power. So this one to power into p modulo mod actually. Let me pass the mod as we have, as we are going with the mod value 10 to the power of 9 plus 7. Yep, we have successfully increased the power of p itself, right? So this is it for the algo. Let's print something for the interactive purpose, right? So I'll just go with, we are making use of the print writer. So instead of the s out, I'll just go with the println. Yeah. So see here, we are making use of the buffer writer as well as the print writer, right? So I'll make use of the println, and later we have to flush the output. So I'll be making use of the out.flush. Yep. So let me make use of the println. Within that, let me give something within the strings. So I'll just go with hash of string actually. Yep. So this is fine. And let me do one thing. Let me go with s. Yep. So let me go with here this one. Yeah. Uh, just go with. So this is fine. This one I have done wrong. So I'll just leave here within this one. Or sorry, we are good till now. So this is also fine. We have appended s, and here let me give, oh yeah, this is also fine. Then I'll just go with the equals here. So this is fine. Let me append the hash here. Let me append the hash. Yep. So this is fine. Finally, what we'll be doing? Let's go with the flush actually. Out dot flush. Yep. So we are done with the algo. We are done with the algo. So this is it for the algorithm. It's as simple as that. Yep. Whatever we have discussed on the algorithm explanation, actually, we have articulated the same thing in the form of code. It's as simple as that. Yep. So before running the code, let's dry run the code. Whatever the code that we have written, let's dry run the code by considering the same example. So we get to know the coding part. So whatever the code that we have written works correct or not. Along with that, we get to know about the output part as well. Let's do that and come back here, and then we can just run the code. Let's do that. So here, based on the code that we have written, it will be something like that. The formula s of 0 plus p to the power of I, right? Yeah, p to the power of I, nothing but p of 0, s of 0 plus p of 0. Then plus s of this one, 1 into this one, p to the power of 1. So like that we will be going, right? So this will be 1 into the prime value we have considered is 31, 31 to the power of 1, like that. Yep. So this one will be 1 into 31 to the power of 0 as we are going with the A, right? So B will be 1 into 31 to the power of 1 actually. And C will be 1 into 31 to the power of 2 actually, and goes on, right? So we have only ABC here. So all the values will be added and taken modulo, nothing but we are going with the 10 to the power of 9 plus 7. We can just represent in this way, 1E9 plus 7, 1E9 plus 7, right? So all the values are added and taken the modulo 1e9 plus 7. So final number, what it does, it represents the hash of the string. Final number, whatever we get, it represents the hash of the string, right? So this is fine. Let's dry run the code. So here, as we have this one, we are just going with the example. One second, one second. Yeah. So this is fine. Just give me a second here. We are just going with the example ABC, right? So we are just going with the example ABC. So number of iterations will be 3, right? So we will be going with the I here 0, 1, 2, right? So this is fine. Characters we are going with is A, B as well as C respectively, right? Character value, first A will be assigned 1, B will be assigned 2 as well as C will be assigned 3, right? So then power, we are going with the this one, 1 into 31 to the power of 0, nothing but 1 into 1, right? So this will be 1, and 1 in 2 into 31, 31 to the power of 1, right? So this will be, so we are just considering 31 to the power of I. We are not going with this one value into power yet, right? So this will be just 31. 31 to the power of 1 actually, which will lead to 31 itself. Then we will be going with a 31 square actually, right? 31 to the power of 0, 31 to the power of 1, 31 to the power of 2, 31 to the power of 2 would lead to 961 actually. You can just check, it would lead to 961. Then we'll be going with a value into power, value into power. So first A is mapped to 1, B is mapped to 2, C is mapped to 3. Value into power. So value into power. So this one actually, yep. So 1 into 1, this will lead to 1 itself. Then we will be going with a this one, 31 into 2 or 2 into 31. So this will lead to 62. And then we will be going with a this into 2, this actually 3 into 96. Yeah, 961, sorry, not 96. Yeah, 3 into 961. So this will lead to 2883. This will lead to 2883, nothing but 2083, right? So this is fine. Now let's move on with the final number, nothing but the hash, right? Hash. So this one after applying the mod actually, after applying the mod, right? So this will be 163, as well as we are going with the 10 to the power of 9 plus 7. So final value will be 2946, 2946. So this is the output. This is the output, the one that is present at the last, this one, what do we call, last cell actually. This is going to be the output, right? So the final hash actually, final hash, so output or the final hash, we can just consider here, final hash, nothing but 2946, 2946 here in our case. Yeah, it's 2946. And the formula that we made use of here, we know this one, we have already discussed this one. Hash equals this one, char value. We considered the char value here. Char value into p to the power of I, value into power. So this one, this is what we have done here, right? Char value into p to the power of I. So finally here we applied mod. So we got here 10 to the power of 9 plus 7, right? We applied mod. So we got 1 into 63, sorry, 163 as well as 2946, right? So I can just apply the mod. After getting these values, all you have to do is you have to apply the mod man. Yeah. So that's what we have to do, right? So I'll just go with the into, or we don't have to go with 3, right? I'll just represent mod here, nothing but 10 to the power of 9 plus 7. I don't have space here, so I have written here 10 to the power of 9 plus 7. So this is the formula that we went with. So here after this, after we get 162 as well as 2883, we just have to apply the mod 10 to the power of 9 plus 7. So the output will be the value that is present at the final cell, actually final cell, nothing but 2946. So this is the output that we need to get, 2946, right? If we have written the code correctly, yep. So accordingly with the code itself, we have this one. Accordingly with the example that we have considered within the code, and accordingly with the code that we have written, we have dry run the code. So if everything goes well, we have to get the output 2946. So now let's go to the coding part and let's run the code. So let me come here. I'll just consider this one. Yeah, let me run this one. I hope this works correctly, man. So we have checked for the errors, but we haven't got any error. So let's see. Yeah, here you can clearly see hash of the string ABC is 2946. Hash of the string ABC is 2946. So this is the output that we got. We have already dry run the code, right? So we have already dry run the code. We had dry run the code actually. We got 2946 accordingly with the code that we have written, and the example we considered the same ABC, right? So we are getting the correct output actually. We are getting the correct output accordingly with the example that we have considered, and accordingly with the code that we have written, along with the example that we considered. Now we are done with almost everything. We are done with almost everything, and we are left with only one thing, nothing but discussing about the complexities. Yep, let's do that. So what would be the time complexity here? Time complexity would lead to big of n. So why it leads to big of n actually? So big of n, it's big of n because one loop runs once, right? For each character in the string, accordingly with the code that we have written. So overall time complexity would lead to big of n. So what would be the space complexity here? Space complexity would lead to big of 1, because we are making use of only fixed variables, right? So no extra arrays. We are not going with any extra arrays or the data structure. So overall space complexity would lead to big of 1. So the time complexity and the space complexity for the code that we have written would lead to big of n and big of 1 respectively. So now we are done with this part. Next, what we'll be doing, we will be discussing on the topic, this one, prefix function, right? Nothing but the KMP. We'll be making use of the, yeah, KMP actually. We will be discussing about the prefix function, right? So we'll be going with a KMP twice actually, one for the pattern matching and another one for the prefix function, right? So this is the first one actually. So let's go with the prefix function, nothing but we'll be going with the KMP algo, right? So for now, I hope string hashing algorithm is completely clear, right? So for now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.